More realer, you know?
In the world.
Now jumping into game number 3 after the equalizer from Team Liquid ID up against Fnatic ONIC. As we are now jumping into the draft, we saw the Uranus pickup against the Hilda. Didn't really work out in Fnatic ONIC's favor.
Stop it, don't look at me.
We gotta see
Look at the game.
what the response is. How can Fnatic ONIC find their composure?
Don't ban the Joy so that King Kong can use it, because I feel like that's what they want. They ban the Granger.
Bruno banned from TLID.
Or Joy, or open both.
Open both. I think both these teams at least know that there's counterplay, so they could leave the jungle open. I think Bruno's a little bit scarier, especially with the Granger ban, because you lose one of the major counters to it. So I think once that Granger gets banned, you kind of just have to do it. You got to ban the Bruno.
The Hilda still walks as well. We know that.
Hilda ban.
Yeah. Oh. Was
Hilda
it banned?
banned.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was banned. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Hilda is gone. So that will be taken off the table. The Cho was banned as well. So yeah, a lot of the dive-centric heroes are getting kind of targeted from the side of Fnatic ONIC against TLID. There goes the Mathilda as well. Now, we did get to see a chip. How do we feel about the chip from game number 2?
Oh, they pick up the Bruno instead of the Joy. So usually King Kong just wants the Joy, but yeah, Kara picking out the Bruno.
They first picked that Joy when they banned out the Fredrin against Falcon.
Yes,
I think at this point, they're okay with letting through. The Bruno's big. I'm wondering, TLID really thought about that last ban, and they were like, I'm wondering what they were. They're like, what do we risk here? What do we risk here? They ban the Matilda. They give over the Bruno. They get the Lu Yi this time. Supplies the same type of strategy that they brought in with the
Chip.
With Chip, so they get lots of map movement. They get the Suyo. FNOP now. We get a Joy and Hylos maybe? Something like that. Something bulky in the front.
Yeah, it could be either option. Both can definitely work in their favor, but with this Lu Yi on the side of TLID, again with that that chip, they're going to have that element of surprise that caught Fnatic ONIC off guard. So yeah, I'm right there. I think the Hylos could be a decision, especially not having the Hilda, not having the Cho. I mean, you really only have the Gatot as well to really be able to get to the back. They are going to go ahead and pick up the beat of the Flash with this Joy, though, alongside some artillery with the long range from the Eve.
Yeah, honestly, the Eve pick is going to be very good. The thing is, for now, Fnatic ONIC Philippines, they don't have a lot of map openers. No one can really check the bushes, which can be very, very dangerous because the Bruno can open the map. The Eve can kind of open the map, but usually you have like a Novaria to see where the Lu Yi is coming. So it's a good draft, but there's still some holes. They have to be careful of Lu Yi's positioning. The moment TLID is able to get, say, the outer turrets for Fnatic ONIC Philippines, it makes it all that much harder for them to farm up.
Okay, I think at this point, we need some front line. They go for the Phoveus. Solid answer to the Joy. Solid answer to, I mean, overall, I think just a nice, decent, something they were lacking and something FNOP still kind of lacking, front line. And from this point on, TLID, what do you ban the Hylos, you start banning out anything that's bulky that can kind of hold back this Suyo, hold back this Phoveus.
Yeah, even maybe the glue could be banned out here.
I'm honestly worried if Brusco brings up a Khalid roam as well, because Khalid roam alongside with the Eve kind of wins you that mid lane, so kind of denies Lu Yi's movement around the map.
Brusco's known for that Khalid, so they might just ban it out. They go for the Edith instead, targeting down on a Kirk. Yeah.
Who said there are no
right now, we got to look at Brusco as well. What is he going to go in for on the roam position? We know he likes to go for those setups, and they're the ones that ban out the Cho. Yeah, the Belleric could be an answer. And then it would be, you're saying for Fnatic ONIC, right? Because if they pick up the Belleric, then technically you don't have to worry about the Joy having a hard counter.
Yep, especially because we've seen time and time again, diversion into the Wrath of Dryad is like you're already surprised and then you're all rooted down. You can't move.
Fair.
So that's a pretty nasty combo as well. That has happened quite a few times in the Philippines.
All right, so final bans coming in. TLID, they already focused on the Kirk. They take out the Gatot as well, so any little bit of frontliners. Hylo still open for FNOP if they want it with the chip gone. We still need a gold laner as well for TLID. I mean, what have we seen really? I mean, the Beatrix also still open. At least it has some range, right? The thing is you want some sort of late game insurance at this point. I feel like you need some sort of late game insurance when your marbles are sitting right now on Lu Yi, on on the Suyo, and you're up against two of the monster late gamers, the Joy and the Bruno.
I mean, he could go back for the Claude again. I mean, we've seen Aaron Shiki on it. His hero pool is definitely very deep when it comes to the gold lane, and survivability may not be the worst option. Even the Natan is up for grabs. You are going to see the Hera taken off the table for the side of Fnatic, though, trying to limit the pool. And there goes the Khalid.
They take it.
Take it away. Yeah, smart.
Yeah, very clean.
I mean, like, again, the way that Brusco has been using it, yeah, don't let him have it. It becomes a little bit unfair because you feel like his Khalid is controlling 3 heroes. 1 for 3 is not a good ratio.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's just so Khalid, the fact that you would think it falls off at some point, right? You think that, oh, it's a fighter, yeah, it does a lot of damage early on. It has a nice mid game, but end game we'll be able to kill it. But not Brusco's Khalid. No. You're still not killing. He times those quicksand guards so perfectly.
So do we see the Hylos glue combination maybe here for Fnatic ONIC to close out this draft? I mean, it wouldn't be the worst option, right? You have an answer for the Phobius, you have an answer for the Khalid as well, as we are wrapping it up.
Ruby?
Something like a Ruby.
Tigreal and Hylos.
Big high.
Yeah. Hyrule.
Yeah.
Hyrule
Castle. Yeah, I think at this point, it's simple for FNOP. It's very by the book. There's nothing crazy. Everything works together. You have a lot of stoppage to keep people inside of that RWM as long as possible. You have essentially all the answers you kind of need to make this draft work, to make this composition work. It is a little late game orientated, but knowing FNOP, they can pop off and turn a late into a mid pretty quickly. TLID, on the other hand, what do we go for? Any last guesses for gold lane here?
Natan or Claude. I think they got to go for a marksman that has survivability. I don't really see the Moskov coming out here, but yeah, that is going to be the Moskov. Okay.
All right. So as I'm approaching the caster's table, I would like to say thank you very much to our panelists. You guys did a good job. But now I gotta pass it over. Hit it, Mirko. Hit it. Yep. There you go. Now I'm passing it over to the casters, Mirko, as well as the good luck on this one.
LaFell literally walking away with a good draft.
I like it. I like the drafts of both the teams. Again, I think both of the teams have adjusted really well from game 1, game number 2. We saw TLID with an amazing adjustment after getting 10-0'd in game 1, equalizing the series, and now taking a few of those heroes, stomping it, denying it away from Brusco, the Khalid, and the Moskov last pick. I like it, having a Purify and a Blink to deal with most of the threats.
Powerful priority picks for both sides. Meta shakers, icons of what 2024 MLBB should look like here for your entertainment. Fnatic ONIC Philippines facing off against Team Liquid ID. Whoever wins this game is on match point.
We'll see here. Fabian and King Kong both starting on orange buff. They will have the path towards the opposite side of each other's jungle. Yeah, Hezkiel too, by the way, on the Lo Yi. This was a big pick in MPL Indonesia. I think MPL Philippines as well. It was highly contested, but here we haven't actually seen that many Lo Yis in the knockouts.
Because it often gets banned in the first phase when mages are up. In the second, now they're in trouble. Big fight!
Whoa, almost Hezkiel almost staying alive. Good pick from Super Prince, but now it's King Kong trying to stop Witty from chasing Brusco down. One last slash and a shot from Fabian.
The scimitar finds its target. Now Fabian down to a 10th of his health. King Kong dashing on out, retreat. The winner of that engagement, of course, Team Liquid ID 2 for 1.
Wow. Great recovery there. It looked like his skill was just way too overextended. It looked like he was going to die and there was no trades available. But with the Khalid, this is what you can expect. Also, on top of that, you know, his skill, yin-yang reaction, he got that on time. So he actually delayed his death by quite a while with the shield that you get.
Massive win, forcing out that battle spell away from Brusco as well. Now, Fnatic ONIC on recovery mode. They know that they shouldn't have crossed the threshold that far and ended up getting punished. Team Liquid ID this time around, looking at their lineup, again, early game, mid game, late game, they have so much macro control, so much utility across the map that they can force out these fights, and if Fnatic ONIC do answer back, again, another punish is just around the corner. This is the same story as game 2, if you ask me.
Yeah. Set up for the neutral objective. Witty already with a quick sand guard, getting back to full HP. Chunky Brusco low. Aran poked down a bit. King Kong will try to dash in. Electrifying beats coming down as well. Real revelation. Fabian able to escape. Aran goes in with the Infernal Pursuit, finding 2 on the board. That's a revitalized use retreat battle. It's King Kong.
Massive box control, and now the post-turtle fight.
Infernal Pursuit again. Aran into the pit. Fabian very low, still able to dodge away and the blink away. With a quick send guard, King Kong taking a kill back. Implosion from Brusco.
He gets solo killed by King Kong. The beast is unleashed. Now Weedy in trouble. 3v1. He gets squashed by Friends.
A double for Super Friends. A turtle for FNOP, and it's a win for sure. Now 900 lead and the tempo on the map.
All right, now Team Liquid have to step on the clutch. Now they have to understand that when these big ticket ults are online for Fnatic ONIC, these battle spells are when they're online, they have to watch out for it because Fnatic ONIC, now they understand, hey, if you want to brawl, let's brawl. Talking about that gold lane matchup, we saw Aaron Shiki, we saw Kelra. When does Kelra start rotating out? Because Aaron Shiki never has to leave.
Yeah.
Aaron Shiki just wait for the SOD.
I think for the Bruno, you just have to chill as well. Whoa! Great diversion! King Kong very low, gets away. Oh, the shot almost took him down. What happened? Witty and Aaron Shiki dealing with Super Friends before he can even react to it. No flicker used.
Shut down on the Monster Mage. Again, Fnatic ONIC on their way to a 1,000 gold lead. Now suddenly squashed once more. Kirk kicking Fabian out of King Kong's orange buff. Oh, still gets stolen.
Yeah, not before the orange buff. Implosion coming down, cancelled out by Aran. Now they're in the midst of it all. Brusco gonna be caught, still able to flicker out. Real Revelation from the side. Witty, quick sand guard, and Yehezkiel will try to get that yin-yang reaction. They're low. Fabian is charging that arrow down, but will not be able to find the mark. It's great setup though, and I would say neutralization of the lead that Fnatic ONIC had. Witty doesn't have the quick sand guard, dying to the beats of King Kong.
The electrifying beast. I think that was the main factor as to why Fnatic didn't lean hard into that engagement near the orange. King Kong did not have his ult off cooldown, and Super Friends used already the RWM, so there wouldn't have been finishing power. Now Aran, 3 from Fnatic on him. They disengage. Whoa. In comes Kirk from the east. Fabian starts up the turtle.
Oh, Aran. Actually, FNOP do not decide to go onto Aran. Respecting his damage, respecting the Infernal Pursuit. Glorious pathway now into the back. Raging Sandstorm dodge away from by King Kong. Aran goes in, King Kong wins the retreat battle. Implosion onto 2 by Brusco.
And the Sacred Hammer places him right underneath, giving a kill to Brusco and the King Kong. They're not done. The RWM keeping him in check. Down goes the Usurper.
3-4-0, make it 4 with the turtle. King Kong, what a retribution. Yehezkiel, he has to be careful. Electrifying beats already from King Kong and the purple buff Steel.
So far in game number 3, 5 minutes in, not a single solo kill from Fabian. So he must have such a huge chip on his shoulder. King Kong so elusive, so fast.
Has been just so slippery in every single skirmish. Witty even got juked earlier, right? Popped in the Raging Sandstorm, tried to stop King Kong from getting the beats, from getting those dashes and the stacks. But somehow, some way, man, King Kong found a way, threaded the needle on some of those initiations, and then retreat on time.
It takes a very specific kind of jungler to make those decisions, to say, we're going in, or give me a sec, Electrifying Beats hasn't been unlocked yet, it's on cooldown. Right now, Fabian has to make that kind of decision too. They have to play very defensively. He's lost a buff. And so far, Yehezkiel is going to be playing a key role here. Oh, King Kong checks on 2.
Okay, King Kong still able to escape there. It's just 2 members, but again, just very elusive on this Joy.
Yehezkiel has to work with Weedy, and oh wait, underneath the RWM! Yehezkiel sent away! That's a technical knockout, he has to recall!
Purify from Yehezkiel. Baited out, 2-level lead by the way for Super Friends.
Hello!
Witty, oh, King Kong! Happy Feet dodges away from the Raging Sandstorm. Now Electrifying Beats over to 2. This is a 4v1 and King Kong is making it close over to Fabian. Now Spear of Misery. Fabian, that was not a solo kill, but that was still a kill.
We'll put one on the board for the Usurper, why not? The rest of the map though looking like Fnatic ONIC will trade up. That is the tier 1 up top taken by the Filipino Savage, the gold standard. Will King Kong make it in time though? TLID already poking the turtle.
Okay. Turtle already started earlier. They know though that some of their resources, a lot of their resources have been burnt out by King Kong down below. So they gotta calm it down a bit. Kelra, this is where he starts participating in the fight, and Witty is chunked low.
That's my question answered a little late. 7 minutes. That's when Kelra starts rotating away after he pushes that tier 1 up top. Now, King Kong takes his purple, rotates down. Weedy jumps in.
Okay. Raging Sandstorm traded with the Glorious Pathway. Aran getting poked again. Pops in regen earlier. Good arrow! Brusco with the implosion. Cancel out ready for the pursue the reaction. rrqhoshi now going onto it. Witty taken down.
The Monster Mage swiping away, leading to 2 kills. TLID loses a turtle, loses Witty, loses Aran. Fabian running away. King Kong cannot get to him. The untouchable one pushes away. Kelra in the back line. Triple for Kelra.
That's a hat trick on the Bruno. Super Friends canceling out the recall of rrqhoshi. Now he's caught in a sandwich, an FNOP sandwich. Kirk, Glorious Pathway doesn't purify, and Kirk gonna be taken down. Aaron able to recover from that crazy sandwich.
He remains untouched, 1-0 and 2. Imagine the struggle that Aaron has to go through to be able to go from lane to lane, protect his jungler, protect that turret, and still get some farm on him currently. This Moscow on rrqhoshi, 3rd on the gold ranking, 6.1k up, not even built on his Trinity yet. Meanwhile, Kelra just a little bit away from that Berserker's Fury.
Okay, looking at the itemization here, Kelra 3-0-1. Yeah, you're right. This is a pretty big lead to have in the gold lane, especially with the Bruno. You're gonna hit that power spike, and power spike's pretty big. It's a big one with the Malefic gun. You saw how he was able to siege down the turret tier 1 in the mid lane without minions, just shooting the balls.
Yep, key there is the Malefic gun. While we have it, while it's still here, make the most of it. Now look at the map. It's mostly blue. Fnatic ONIC, they'll play the way that they did in game 1. Conservatively, yet when they need to step on the clutch, get aggressive, they will. And that has been what's made Liquid ID's approach towards the mid-game all the more interesting, is because you want Aran to get in there, jump onto the back line. You want Weedy to catch Prince, to catch Kelra, but he's not seeing any of them.
That's also Aaron picking up the item power spike. 3 items, the holy MM Trinity at the 9th minute mark. So Aaron actually hasn't died here, and he's doing a good job at actually just trading. He's staying up top after shooting the SOD. It might come back to bite him. We'll see how TLID play around this turtle, or Lord rather, here the 9th minute of the game.
Fnatic ONIC says it's time to dance as Kirk and Brusco control these key bushes, and that's the blitz from Fnatic. They decided they'll trade it. rrqhoshi was pushing top lane tier 2 all this while. Is that a worthy trade?
I think it's the only trade that they can go for, right? Like, I don't think Aaron Liquid wanted to contest the Lord.
But that's all they could do.
So all they could do was leave it and go for a tier 2 up top. At least they got something compared to if they contested up against a 4,000 gold lead Fnatic ONIC. I don't think it would have done them any good. King Kong stealing away the purple buff. Wishing Lantern for King Kong.
Ooh, wants to start melting Aran and Weedy. We have seen King Kong go toe-to-toe against those two specifically, even in the early game. So now, he's a legit kill threat. He can actually catch him. He has kill, building the glowing wand here. That's his 2nd item. I'll tell you now, if we're struggling to understand how Aaron will spike up, what about Yezkiel? He's literally just a utility mage right now. He is a diversion on a stick.
It's all about the diversion, and I guess the Yin reactions, if you can find it. Kelra has the rose gold, dog. That's the Yin reaction, connecting on the Kelra and Kirk. The Glorious Pathway placed down there with a real world manipulation. They're gonna go for the siege right there. Witty, Raging Sandstorm onto 3. No one to follow it up. Witty, quick sand guard. Fabian walking up. That's a stun over to King Kong. Electrifying Beast getting him high. Witty, very low, flickering back to safety, and the Lord gets the last swing. Fabian died. That was a fadeaway.
Enough of a distraction. That chaos, commotion underneath the inhibitor allowed Fnatic ONIC to keep the Lord alive long enough to actually get the push. Holy shields popped. rrqhoshi as well, almost maybe 1 or 2 hits away from biting it. Sent home. Fnatic ONIC picking up the pace here. Look at this. Look at that. Balls in that turret.
Oh, man. Kelra. Oh, wait. rrqhoshi took it there.
One more.
Kelra needs one more hit. He bites it as he goes unstoppable. Witty tried to help him. Aaron, that was his first death.
The bait on the bait. It's true. Maybe it's true. The only one who can touch the untouchable one is the Filipino savage. Kelra taking out rrqhoshi from miles away. Now the only turret left in Liquid's base. That top lane inhibitor now cleaned up. Brusco, implosion!
Over to Witty. The shove to King Kong. Dismantling him. Real world manipulation. Oh, Kelra does too much damage. That's match point for Fnatic ONIC Philippines.
The Super Family 1 game away from securing the grand final spot
1 game away. Fnatic ONIC Philippines with the adjustment. Kelra, the Bruno. Oh, disgusting stuff from the Savage.
From the standard.
From the standard. We might have a new nickname by the end of this all Leo if he continues to perform like this.
Team Liquid ID back to the drawing board. Now every game is crucial. Every game they have to win to force their way into a Game 5. LaFell, Weezy, Trex, talk to us. What did you see? 12 minutes, all it took for Fnatic ONIC.